Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Here we are again with another video. I know I had a video yesterday, I have one tomorrow, so needless to say, I've been crazy busy, but I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy you joined me. If you're new, welcome. My name is Brenda, and I'm so happy to have you here, and I hope you stay for a while. Today, I am participating in the Bloom with Grace Challenge, and I'll let you know more about that after the first DIY. So, with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So I started off by using one of these pails that I got from the Dollar Tree, some peonies that I bought from Amazon, and I think some from Walmart there. These wall or window clings that I got from Dollar Tree, and my Waverly chalk paint in the color Mineral. So I start off by sanding down that pail so that the paint will adhere a little bit better. And then I go ahead and I paint the whole pail with that mineral color, and I did have to do 2 coats. Then I take my Waverly chalk paint in the color Cashew, and I am just doing some dry brushing all around the pail. And I really like the way this pail came out. I just love this dry brushing. If you don't like it, and you recreate this, you absolutely don't have to do it. You can always do what makes you happy. So once I was done with that, I took some Mod Podge and I went ahead and covered the whole pail with that Mod Podge to help protect the paint, especially since it was on metal, as well as for this window cling. Because I'm going to be adding the Mod Podge to help secure it. So I wanted to have it all have the same finish. So there I just trimmed down that little window cling to get closer to the seam and to the pictures so that you don't see the edges as easily. And then I added the Mod Podge down where I'm going to lay it, and I just put that window cling on top of the Mod Podge. And then I just cover it with some more Mod Podge, and I think it looks great at the end when it's all dry. And these, I'll tell you, I just saw Dollar Tree just came out with some window clings, and they have some great ones. I think I bought 5 or 6 different ones, and they are all great. I was really shocked to see them. So I put some Dollar Tree bags actually inside the pail just to kind of give it some lift, and then some floral foam. And then I got that set of peonies there from Walmart earlier this year, and I just thought they were beautiful colors. They have some orange and pink and cream, and I just loved the way these looked. And so I am just going through, and they had some different flowers on them. I think those are hydrangeas. So I'm just kind of adding all of those florals into it. And then I go through and I add some leaves as well and some pumpkins. I just fill it all up until I like it. Then I decided that pail needed a little more. So I took the flowers out and I cut down some rope. And I had put it on the bottom, and when I went to go put the rope on the top, I realized I put the rope on the bottom was supposed to be on the top, so I had to cut another piece out. And so I'm just going around and hot gluing this on. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what? Oh my goodness. Whatever. The struggle is real, people. So once I get this all on, I just go ahead and put those flowers back into the pail. And that was all I did for this DIY. I thought it was very sweet, very cute, and it's just, I don't know, I just like it. You have to let me know what you think in the comment box below. And I just love that theme too. I love those window clings. I'll tell you, there's so much I have in mind that I want to do with them. And the flowers, I just think that those peonies are just beautiful. So today's collaboration is called Bloom with Grace, and it is hosted every month by Brenda at Monner's Market, and this month's theme is Peonies. So she does some amazing work. So check her out if you haven't checked her video, her channel out already. Check her out because she does some really pretty stuff. And then we have Bobby with Arrows DIY, who is the co-host, and she is the sweetest thing ever. I think she has like 6 kids, and she is a busy little mama, but she still has time to make some really beautiful DIYs. So check her out, as well as everybody in the playlist too. So here is DIY number 2. So I took some flowers here that I got from Amazon and Dollar Tree. They're all peonies. I took some floral foam. I took some ribbon, but I didn't use that top ribbon. I just used the plaid. And then I took these wreath rings that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm just going to use the biggest one. And I saw somebody on YouTube do this once where they used floral wire to attach the floral foam to a wreath, but I don't know what they did or how they did it, but I obviously didn't do it the way they did it because this just doesn't really work out for me. Even though I did put a little bit of hot glue, I could feel that wire just digging into the foam, and I go to pick it up, and what does it do? It starts twisting. So I go ahead and add a little more hot glue on the sides there and just really hold it in place for a little bit so it adheres. Then I take some of this lamb's ear that I got from Walmart, and I love lamb's ear, you guys. I think it is so beautiful, and in these projects, it just makes that orange just pop. And I absolutely love the way this looks with this lamb's ear. But I go in and I hot glue one of the leaves to that ring, but it pops off, so I do end up using some floral wire to tie it on there. But these leaves I just love because you can twist them into place, and they twist so nicely, and you can just I just love it because it's so easy to work with. So if you haven't gotten any of this, look at Walmart and get some because the stuff is just amazing. It's beautiful, and I know you can get it at Hobby Lobby as well. And then I took these peonies that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just starting to place them all around that floral foam to cover that up. And then I'm going to take the orange and add to it. And I'm just going to keep adding some lamb's ear, those flowers, as well as some of the eucalyptus leaves that I used in the first, I think I used in the first one. And I'm just going to keep adding until it is all covered up. And I don't think I showed this, but I did use some of the ribbon and I did wrap it around the back or in the bottom side of the floral foam to kind of help keep it in place with that wreath form as well. And then right here I'm adding the eucalyptus leaves that I just think are beautiful. Sorry this isn't in shot. I had it propped up on something so I could kind of see at a better angle. So here I'm just taking some of that ribbon and I'm just making a bow, and I just make one of those, this is how I always make them, and you make one of those loops and then just scrunch it all together. You guys, my husband got me a bow maker for Christmas and I still have not used it. So one of these days I am going to get that thing out and I'm going to practice and make some bows on it and show you guys how to do it. So that's coming soon. So I just made bows out of the other ribbons that I had there. All these ribbons except for the plaid I got from Dollar Tree. The plaid I got off of Amazon, and I'll have that link in my description box as well. And it's beautiful ribbon. I love it. So then once I had them all attached, I go ahead and hot glue them onto the top of that wreath form, and then I'm taking some of this ribbon and I'm making it into a hanger. And then, oh, I guess I didn't hot glue it. I was going to hot glue it, and I thought maybe I could tie it with that ribbon. But since that didn't work, I'm using some wire, some floral wire, and I just put it through the back of that bow and I'm twisting it onto that wreath form. Then I'm using this ribbon as a hanger, so I'm just hot gluing it in place with that bow. And then there we go, we have a hanger. And then I just take one of these little wood leaves that I got from Hobby Lobby, and there it is. And I just think it's beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it pops, the orange and that green. Oh, I just love it. I showed this to my husband. I showed him the projects when he got home, and he thought this was his favorite. So I would love it if you guys would follow me on Instagram and Facebook so we can get to know each other a little better. So check me out there. And then if you'd like, you can buy me a copy or some craft supplies. The link is in my description box. And I would just appreciate that so much. So here is the final DIY, and this one is my favorite. So I started out with one of those pumpkin signs, one of those crates from Dollar Tree, and some more florals. So I start out by taking off this bow and this leaf that was attached to the front of the pumpkin. My idea was that I was going to try and use the front of the pumpkin. I was going to sand off the glitter, but when I took this off, it tore up some of the paper and there was just bumps and stuff. So I decided to go ahead and use the back instead. And then I just covered up the back. So once I get this string off of there, I'm going to take both my pumpkin and my crate and my mineral chalk paint, and I am going to paint both of them with that color. Now when I paint this pumpkin, I do end up kind of painting in a half circle motion. It's not really showing it here, but it just kind of gives that effect of the shape of the pumpkin. So once I was done painting the pumpkin, I painted that crate, and then I took some half beads and this wood sign I got from the wood sign is from Dollar Tree. The beads are from Amazon, and I painted them as well. And then I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color Cashew and this chip brush from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to distress it. And I don't know what it is, but there's just something about that cashew color for distressing I just absolutely love. But anyways, again, if you don't like distressing, it's not something you have to do if you're doing this project. And then I went ahead with that same color, and I am just kind of outlining the middle part of that pumpkin just to give it some of that pumpkin detail. And then I'm going to take some of my gray, and I'm just kind of going over all of that cashew just to kind of blend it all in so it's not so stark. That way it just kind of gives it a more unified look. And then I go ahead with the cashew here in just a second, and I'm going to outline the outside part of the pumpkin as well. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad you are here, and I really hope you enjoy this video. If you like home decor on a budget and holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, and occasional hauls, then I would invite you to come be part of our family here. I would love to have you join. And don't forget, you guys, to give me a thumbs up, comment, share this video, and watch those ads. That really does help support me and my channel. When I was done with that pumpkin, I went ahead with the cashew and just went in and did some distressing on that crate, and then I added some of the gray as well when I distressed it. And I did do some distressing on the beads as well as those words. Then I just took my hot glue and I'm attaching that little crate to the pumpkin, and now I'm going to hot glue the half beads onto my pumpkin, just kind of going along the outline of the pumpkin itself. And I just put 3 on each side. And this is just to give it a little something. I thought about just leaving it plain, but I just couldn't do it. I had to do something a little bit more because that's just what I like. So once I get those all 3 on there, then I will hot glue the words on. And I'm going to just put that right in the middle of the pumpkin there. Sorry about the headshot. And then after I was done with that, I went ahead and put in some floral foam, and I'm just going to hot glue it just to kind of keep it in place. And then I am just going to load this up with some of those orange peonies that I got from Amazon, and they are just a beautiful, beautiful color. When I heard that this month was going to be peony, I wasn't quite sure how to incorporate peonies with fall decorations, and I am really happy with the way these all came out. I am just tickled pink. So that's why I got these at Amazon, because I wanted to get some that were orange. So then I just finished filling that little crate out with all the flowers and leaves that I liked in the lamb's ear, and I added some pumpkins. Then I felt like it needed a little bit more, so I took this gingham ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree this summer, and it is orange. So I'm just made a simple shoelace bow, and I am hot gluing it right there at the bottom of the stem. And then I'm just going to trim the ends at an angle instead of dovetailing. Don't always have to dovetail. And then that one side was just kind of sticking out a little. It was kind of being weird, so I just decided to put a dab of hot glue on that to the board so it doesn't lay weird. And then I took some more of that ribbon, and I am just hot gluing it to the back of that crate, and I'm just going to wrap it around the front of the crate and hot glue it in place on the other side. And that DIY is done. And it was so simple and so easy, and yet the colors are just so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm sorry about the lighting. I don't know what's going on. It looks a little darker in there than what it really is. But I think it's beautiful. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought of these. And make sure you watch the playlist and check out everybody's DIYs and what they come up with, the flower of the month. So guys, thank you so much again for watching. It's been a crazy week full of challenges. I have one again tomorrow, so I hope you enjoy them all, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.